Hey guys, what's up? It's Ben. How you all doing? I am going to show you a quick behind the scenes of how I shoot my YouTube drum videos. So sorry, that light is really bright. I was like, I'll put a light in here and, light my face. Turned it up to 100 by accident and started filming. That's how you do it, professional, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it brief and walk you through basically roughly how I do a drum shoot. Kind of changes each time as I'm working new stuff out, but here we go. So I try and keep it fairly simple because you can end up just bringing absolutely everything, a load of mics, a load of interfaces, and it just gets out of hand quite easily. So in recent months, I've focused on simplifying my shoot setup, basically. And I'm loving this technique that I've kind of been refining today in terms of the mics. It's based on the recorder man technique. So 2 mics on the kit, and you put the first one, which is your kind of condenser overhead mic. These are AKG C214s. You put your first one directly over the snare, like that. And then your second condenser comes down behind your right shoulder, by the floor tom, angled at the snare. And the way that you get these two to be in phase is you take a piece of string and you put it in the center of the drum, like that, lift it up, touch it to the capsule of the mic, and then you pull that over and you make sure that it is touching the capsule of that mic, so they're equidistant from the snare. I learned that from my good man Dave Hollingworth, and we're doing a music production course at the moment with Musicism, which I'm very excited for you guys to all see. There's a whole massive module on recording drums. Anyway, yeah, basically I've got those 2 mics on the kit, and that's my ambient drum recording. I keep it nice and simple. Sounds great today. I'm really happy with how it's coming across, and it's just a natural, roomy kit sound, and literally those are the mics I'm using on the kit today. On the top of the camera, I use a Rode Videomic Pro. Basically just an on-camera shotgun mic, and that helps this speech be nice and clear. So I literally chuck this camera up there as a side camera, and then I get my other camera and I put it somewhere like that, as of today anyway, and point out my face, and that's the one that's got the mic on top. So pretty simple, 2 cameras. Sometimes I just shoot with 1, but this is a Panasonic GH5, wicked camera for the money. You don't need a camera like this. It's like mid-range to high-end, but really, you can do it on, you do drum videos on an iPhone, you really can. It's just, I upgraded mine because it's been a while on the old stuff. So yeah, one camera goes about here, shoots towards my face, other camera goes up here, and that shoots the kit. That's all good. What else am I using? So audio wise, got my MacBook Pro. Again, you can use any laptop, any DAW, but at the moment I'm using Logic on my Mac. And audio interface wise, I'm using an Apollo Twin, like that. That thing is incredible. 2 channels in, that's all I need for this, just my 2 overheads. But it lets you do some really beautiful preamp emulation, so you can run all sorts of crazy stuff on there. I'm actually running it just clean in today because I don't have any monitoring, don't have any studio monitoring, so I don't want to commit to loads of like EQ and compression and stuff on input in case I get home and listen to it and go, what have you done to the drum sound, Ben? Yeah, like that's it basically. I've got my audio interface, Apollo Twin, 2 mics, AKG C214s for the overheads, positioned as I said in like an above and behind my right shoulder, recorder man style. That's nice and easy. Kit wise, you guys all know my kits, my DW, my Sabians, my Evans, and my ProMark. I love this thing, and it records really well. Again, I'm not using any close mics for today's shoot. I'm just keeping it ambient. All right, so you've got your mics up, nice and simple. You've got your cameras sorted here and here, wherever you want them. Going into my audio interface. Lighting is really, really important. So let me just show you what I use. I use these Aperture light panels. As you can tell, they're pretty bright, but basically they just work like that. They're LED light panels. And I position one kind of over the kit like this, so it's kind of casts a light kind of in the height of my cymbals, and I like the way that kind of goes across there. What I'm trying to avoid is lighting up too much of this. As you can see, I don't want it super bright because I don't want you to see the rest of the room on video. I kind of want it to keep it lit just around the drums. So I kind of light it like that. And over this side of the kit up here, as you can see, I'm pretty dark right now, but that's because this panel is lighting the kit over like this. So it might look a bit random from where you are right now, but the effect when you put the camera up here is quite nice because it sort of lights that, but the rest of the room is fairly dark. So when you're thinking about your lighting, you just want to think about trying to get the subject lit, and also not just like front on. What I'm doing with these lights up like that is creating a bit of depth, but also I'm facing them very much towards the kit, so the back of the room doesn't get too lit, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I'm kind of keeping it brief, but I've definitely tried to simplify the setup in recent months because it can just get crazy. And really, I'm going for like a natural drum sound basically. Because if I'm demoing products or showing you stuff, I want you to hear how it really sounds in the room, and I don't want to do loads of crazy EQ and compression because then everything's going to kind of sound the same. So if I just pull back here, this might make a bit more sense. Now you can actually see everything in context. So kit, we've got one light up there. Sometimes I put an umbrella on that light. It's hiding down there. And that light diffuses the light, makes it softer. But right now I'm liking just the open light because the umbrella also bounces light that way and lights up the room this way. And I want it to be directional on the kit. So yeah, I put my light there. And I put my other light up there, kind of over. Again, on camera, this whole area back here is much darker. So that's great, gives me that kind of look that I want. And then as you can see on the mics, we've just got one overhead up there, and that is directly over the snare drum, basically. And then equidistant from that, using a piece of string from the capsule to there, you pull that string over there and you make sure that the capsule of your other overhead, if you're doing this like 2-mic recorder man style thing, is over there. So I'll just come around this way so you can see what's going on. So you can see the mic there and the mic there and the lights. Yeah, and that's basically my setup, all running into the Apollo Twin. And then, I mean, I've got a camera over there right now, but normally a camera there facing me, or at least as of today. And then, well, pretty much where we are right now, shot roughly like that. And that's how we do it, people. So yeah, there you go, whistle stop tour of how I shoot a drum video. It takes me probably from getting here to, you know, unloading my drums, setting everything up, getting everything tuned, and then setting up the mics and making sure that they're all sounding good, and, you know, being quite careful about the placement of those, getting Logic set up, and then getting the cameras in, making sure everything's looking good there, and then the lights. That's basically my workflow. It could take me 3 hours to set up, which sounds like quite a long time, but then as soon as I'm on, I'm like, let's go, let's make the most of the time. And it takes me about an hour and a half to pack everything down. So yeah, about half the time to tear it all down. So there you go, behind the scenes of one of my YouTube drum shoots. It changes all the time. It changes on the location where I'm at. I might light it differently. I'm always experimenting with different ways to mic up the kit, and I'm experimenting with different lighting and, you know, what looks good. I've used totally different angles today than I've used before because I'm kind of trying to evolve it as I go. But anyway, lots of people have asked, how do you do a drum shoot? And that's basically it. So if you'd like some more information on maybe how I edit my videos, or how I do my audio, anything like that, I'm happy to help. Just comment down below what you want me to see. If you want me to do like a playlist of, you know, how to make YouTube drum videos, happy to do that as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. I shot some cool stuff today. I'm really happy with how it's come out, and I'm looking forward to you guys seeing it. Have an awesome day, and I will see you soon.